What's up? So I'm making this video because I was thinking to myself, like, you know what? I saw a buddy of mine sent me the tweet because even though you messaged me, even though you tagged me in, and I can't see it because it's I'm blocked. You gotta use common sense, girl. If you're gonna tag somebody, you gotta make sure they're unblocked. That's, you're pretty much just talking to yourself at that point, and anybody else that wants to believe your nonsense. But you know what? You know why I'm so damn bitter right now? You know why I've been bitter for all these months? It's because for the first 2 years of our relationship, you had a lot of medical issues. You had a lot of medical problems. And I stuck even when it was hard on me, hard on my mental state. With everything going on. You were going through it, but I was there mentally, physically, all around. The hardest times during the first 2 years of our relationship. And even actually, the first 3 years, because you found out more stuff years into like 3 years into the relationship. And I stuck around. I could have left when time got hard. I stuck around. You know why? That's what I do. I stick around. But it seemed like when it was my turn for medical issues, for medical problems, you seem to like to go away because you couldn't handle my medical problems, because I had a lot worse medical problems than you. When you said you were with me for the surgery, you were at the hospital, yeah, physically, but mentally you were not there. All right, and I could tell. Mentally, you were not with me at the hospital, even though I was damn near dead, laying on that hospital bed. And any sympathy thing, it's true. Like when I finally got my mind back to normal, probably around around Thanksgiving, is when my mind became less foggy from the anesthesia and back to normal. You realize that, and I've said this, and you just always brushed it off. You realize that, after surgery, I had suicidal thoughts. You never really picked up on that, but it is what it is. I've told you that, I'm not, I need to go see help, and you never really even cared that I needed to go see help. You always just well, then go see the doctor. Blah, 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 blah. I mean, it's cool. It's cool that, you didn't care that if I killed myself, because you probably, even if I would have killed myself, you probably would have went on to the next guy next week anyways, like you already did. So, I mean, let's be honest. When shit gets tough, you get going. And I feel like that's how it's always been with you. When something gets tough, you can't handle it and you just leave. It's understandable. I mean, it's not a way to live life, but if it's how you live, boo-boo, guess what? You did it. I went through a tough time with my surgery. I wasn't mentally with it from August to October. Preferably August, because I was so nervous about the damn surgery. And once again, you didn't give a fuck that I was nervous. You were all fucking around with other people. When I'm worrying about dying on a damn hospital bed, but you didn't give a fuck, and that's why I've been so fucking bitter. And this whole thing about me on Plenty of Fish, when we were talking, you know what? No, you right. I was on POF, that's right. But guess what? There's a difference between me and you. I wasn't talking to anybody. I had a paid subscription for 3 months. I didn't feel like going through all that nonsense of I was already paid for it. It was only $60. I said, fuck it, I'll give up the $60. I ain't worried about it. I'm not talking to anybody. I wasn't on it. The only reason I went on it was to see if you were active on it. Because there was a couple times, when I texted you and you wouldn't text back, and I go on Planet Fish and you were active on there, And then you wonder why I never talked about a relationship. How the fuck is somebody gonna talk about a relationship when the person that you love and care about is creeping around talking to other dudes? I mean, come on. Your father told me about all the guys you were talking to when we were talking. It's kind of fucked up. It's kind of fucked up if you think about it. But we made a promise when we first started dating that if we were gonna start talking to other people, we would pretty much break up the other person. We wouldn't hang on to them for 7-8 months while you try to see what's out there. No, that's not how it works. But it is what it is. And the whole thing about begging you to come back, I got screenshots of you begging me to talk to you. Putting on there saying, if you want to talk, I'll talk. I have a screenshot of that. I've sent them to all my friends because I didn't know if I should have messaged you. And they told me to message you. Now I'm starting to think that was a bad idea. But it is what it is. You do you. You tell your story. I'll continue to tell my story. And at the end of the day, neither story is right. So, it is what it is. You live your life. Tell douchebag to stop fucking stalking me. And stop acting like a fucking high school student calling people retards. Alright? Because, tell you what. Mike's about to be Mike's about to have a great new job and probably a brand new business. Once all this coronavirus is over with, Mike's opening up a business, a DJing company. Mike's gonna make some money. And it is what it is. Man, you done messed up. But guess what? It is what it is. You telling me that literally 3 days before my surgery. Actually no. A week before we break up, you tell me, "Oh, I love you. I'm never gonna leave you. I'm here. I'm with you through the surgery." Because I even talked to you about it. Oh no, I'm never gonna leave you. I'm here with you through the surgery. But then a week and a half later, you breaking up with me, telling me that we never talked, or I never tell you anything or anything. It's because you fucking played me. You lied. You cheated. And I don't give a fuck what you guys say. Talking to somebody when you're talking to somebody it's still called cheating. You don't have to be in a relationship to be a cheater. Dummies. I thought you guys are smarter than that. But it's all about common sense, I guess. I don't know. I'll see you guys later.